Well, first of all, path lead to athletics. I was a college athlete. Played baseball at Yale University. Graduated from OU with a degree in business management, along with a minor in education. Went into teaching and coaching. Did that for a number of years. Started working on my MBA and got into the brokerage field, uh, which was an exciting industry, obviously, but really missed the all aspects of education, sports-wise, as well as teaching and working with young people, and really felt in the brokerage field it wasn't having the impact I would have liked to have had. I wasn't getting the satisfaction that I had on the educational front, so got back into it on the administrative level. Responsibilities on campus wear a few different hats. Assistant athletic director for development, a part of the athletic management team under athletic director Amy Backus's guidance, and with a lot of other good folks. Um, and also an adjunct professor in the Weatherhead School of Business, teach sports management, and then also director of national development on the university front. Variety of responsibilities on the university front, sit in a number of committees, deal with external relations for many things, what's called University General. So opportunities for involvement and support that aren't totally affiliated with the schools. That's what leads me into the athletic front. Um, Athletically, deal with the external communities, organizations, people, and especially alumni, providing the opportunity for involvement and support, and have an impact on athletics and the student athletes, as well as the everyday student, because as we all know, athletics touches everybody. Between the 500 varsity athletes, the thousands involved in physical education classes, health and wellness, recreation, and not only are the students, but also faculty, staff, in addition to intramurals and club sports, and it's really, really far reaching. So it's being a Division III school, the impact is felt across the board, and everybody benefits from successes that we have athletically. Um, we've got a fantastic alumni base. So many of the alumni really benefited from and appreciate uh, what they received athletically, and they want to give back. Um, Fortunately, working with Amy and with Vice President Lou Stark and many others, we've had some real nice successes that have benefited the students. The Wine Athletic and Wellness Center, that's everybody really enjoys on multiple fronts. Um, Nobby's Ballpark, Mather Park, um, the Del Rosa Study Lounge, as far as facilities, but also in other areas too, setting up programs and setting up funds. Um, Fairly recently was successful working with Kim Rudy McMahon, Frank Rudy's daughter, setting up an endowment for Nike uniforms. And again, as those of us internally know, Frank Rudy was the inventor of the air sole, and which led to Nike's success. And so being able to have great uniforms and shoes on an ongoing basis, thanks to Frank's daughter, Kim, is pretty exciting. Very recently, the support by alumnus Jim Wyans, who just completed his tenure as trustee chair, and naming and endowing the athletic director position, and the benefits that come annually from that support. So it's been exciting having the opportunity to work with friends of the university, families, organizations, and especially alums. It's been very, very gratifying, and then seeing the impact that comes from their involvement and support is pretty exciting. Uh, Again, those are very, very far-reaching. Every day is something new. Having the opportunity to interact with the students on many fronts, whether it's in the classroom, whether it's individually through the teams. Every day is exciting. Following all 19 sports, attending many, many athletic events. I guess I think that a lot of us would agree that what's a very, very special time is when we make the postseason. Beginning with the great job that you and John Schwartz do in presenting the announcement and sharing with that. Then leading into the games and following them on the computer, but especially if we host. I've been here for 18 years now. So going back to the many times we have hosted NCAA events, the excitement on campus, the exposure, the notoriety of when the NCAA gets involved, and the whole community gets involved. That's really that's a special time, getting the national exposure that we deserve. So that's I guess that would have to be the things that stand out the most amongst many high points. Again, that's very difficult because so many people have been impactful, have been supportive, have been a part of our successes. One special person that stands out is Pat Kilpatrick. She started out many, many decades ago as a phys ed instructor. She was a Mather College grad, came back to teach physical education. She was such an impressive woman that by the time she retired 30 years later, she was the first female vice president and remained very involved on many levels until her death a handful of years ago in her mid-80s. Every president felt she was a confidant and constantly utilized Pat for insight, for input. And I can't think of anybody that came in contact with Pat that their life was not impacted. I would like to say too, talking about the successes that we've realized that benefit the students. Some of the things that we have on the drawing board, some of the projects that we're looking at, we're working to endow all of the programs. Some of the sports, we've already set endowments that impact the program annually. So working to continue that effort to try and make sure all 19 varsity sports are endowed. There are naming opportunities associated with that. But also some of the exciting projects we've got on the books. The renovation and expansion of a Delbert Gym. Delbert Gym is such a fantastic facility. It was 100 years old last year. And to be able to better utilize that jewel is certainly a plan that we have. So it'd be renovation of the existing space and actually adding a wing onto the building that will provide more opportunities for usage and deal with ADA issues. So that's something we're very excited about, and we're searching for support on that front. Van Horn Field, which is a great space, which is ideally located, which is continually used. Really the first good rain we have in the fall really kind of makes that space challenging. So being able to turf Van Horn Field is certainly a goal that we have, and I'm searching for support on that front. We have the men's and women's tennis teams are two of the best in the country, and really provide a lot of exposure and a lot of reason for pride for the university. The recently acquired tennis house that we have adjacent to the tennis courts is something that is set up ideally to be renovated to provide locker rooms and restroom and meeting space and offices for the tennis programs. So that's something that we're looking forward to achieving in the near future, looking for alumni support on that front. There are also on the books additional phases of the Wyan Athletic and Wellness Center, which will provide more opportunities on the north side of campus for our students and the needs that they have, especially, in a larger indoor space. Just take a look at what we have outside today, and not much athletic activity going on outside. So having the chance to have the larger space where not only the varsity athletes can utilize the space on days like today, but the everyday students. Our students deal with such a demanding academic schedule continually. Having the opportunity to go in this space and kick the soccer ball around, throw a frisbee, get some exercise and blow off some steam is something that is definitely needed. And seeing the impact that the Wyan Athletic and Wellness Center has had on our students shows that space will be utilized and will greatly benefit the students. I think one of the biggest changes I've witnessed is on addressing health issues. When I played, sports med was in the early stages and really did not have the treatments that are going on now. There wasn't the attentiveness to treatments of athletes because the knowledge was not there. The industry was not as refined. And not only the treatments, but the prevention and dealing with preparing an athlete and getting them, their body, not only ready to compete, but trying to make sure there's an injury prevention program. Weight training has come an awful long way. It's been around forever, but not at the level it is now as far as really addressing certain needs. So that's really something that stands out to me. Not only as far as the treatment and prevention, but also the attentiveness, making sure there are trainers at all the events, and it's impressive to see the commitment that has been made to that area, and that's really an aspect of college athletics that stands out to me. Yeah, I guess the last thing is really, the the successes that have been realized, out of my area. Really, it's been a team effort, which is appropriate dealing with athletics. First of all, starting with university administration. When I kind of fought my way into this position, we did no athletic fundraising, and the administration, at my urging, recognizing that there were opportunities to be able to impact the students, and realizing the importance of health and wellness, and adding to those programs with external funding. And so many things on campus are only made possible through athletic fundraising. Through fundraising, not only athletically, but university-wide. Take a look at the Tinkerville University Center. That huge, impactful facility was only made possible thanks to the generosity of Tinkerville and others. One of my main goals is just being able to present the opportunity to everyone to make a difference at whatever level, they feel comfortable. Everybody doesn't have the wherewithal of a Tinkerville, but everybody's got a couple of dollars to share to be able to impact the lives of our students. So beginning with the recognition of the administration that there was a need and an opportunity in athletic fundraising, and then the cooperation and assistance of so many people through the process, both internally and externally. I wouldn't want to start naming alumni because there are too many that have really made a difference. But the cooperation and the embracing of people and the willingness to give back is just so key. It's my job to present those opportunities and to open the door for the people to be involved and be supportive, make a difference.